Welcome to Simply the Wellness Place. My name is Laura. I'm one of the co-founders of the Wellness Place, and I'm excited to be the one here tonight presenting you with this topic, Simply Healthy. Now, we know your time is precious, so let's get right into this topic. So, we want to start by sharing a bit about us, the Wellness Place, so you can understand our vision and know whether or not we're a good place for you. I think we are. Our goal is aging gracefully, whether that means having the ability to play with the grandkids, go out with friends, be active, feel energetic, or just have our mind be clear and focused. We want it all. And we want to do the same for you. We want it to make it simple for you to know what to do. Here at the Wellness Place, we define wellness as a verb. It's the choices we make and the actions we can take to improve our health, our energy, and our vitality each and every day. For us, that means having the ability to do the things we love and not being limited by aches, pains, and whatever changes we feel our bodies go through as we age. And, might I add, without trying to be perfect, without giving up our deepest loves like coffee, chocolate, or wine, understanding we are all in a work in progress. The main reason we began our community was to have a place where we can be real and non-judgmental and imperfect and still work on ourselves with intention and wisdom. One of the benefits of this age. Ultimately, we want to say, I've done everything in my power to live a rich and full life. In this masterclass, we want to share some of the things we've learned about how to take better care of ourselves at this stage of life. Just know that you are in the right place. If you are a woman of a certain age who wants to know how to take better care of herself with kindness and compassion, you've probably experienced some changes in your body that feel out of your control. You aren't sure what to do. That's what this event is all about. In this masterclass, we want to share with you a few of the things we've learned about this stage in life and how we can improve our energy, our vitality, our weight, and more. Now, we have 3 promises for you. Throughout this masterclass, you will learn better ways to take care of yourself with things you can start right away, today. We're going to offer a way for you to take things further with our support, if that's something you want to do. And we're going to share with you a few of the products that have helped us along the way. We recommend that you get a notebook because we are going to be sharing lots of tips. And we want you to write down the things that intrigue you. Now, we recommend that you make 2 lists. The first list is action steps that you can take right away. Like, I can start that today, tomorrow. Like, let's get this into my life. The second list are things that you want to implement eventually, but just not yet. That's totally okay. You just want to keep track of them so you remember to implement them eventually, right? Now, we also want to share that our brand partner is Young Living, an essential oils company that has a huge selection of products we use in our homes. These products are free of harsh, toxic chemicals, and they're infused with essential oils. Our business is helping you get started with these amazing products that have changed our lives. You will still get plenty of benefit from tonight's masterclass, even if you choose not to order, so be sure to stick with us. Okay, let's take a moment to share with you about our leaders. The 3 of us began this community. First, Danae. Now, Danae is actually my sister. Danae has been married for over 37 years, and she was a stay-at-home mom of 3 great kids for 25 of those years. She's currently enjoying the empty nest stage of life with 3 grandkids who live nearby. She had 33 years of chronic back and shoulder issues from 2 major accidents and tried everything to find relief, but had resigned herself to accept that she was just going to have to live with it. She was wrong. Young Living changed all that when she began dipping her toes in it about 12 years ago. Life totally turned around because Young Living gave her options for her issues that work for her body and also options to keep her brain healthy and fit. Now my goal in life is to make that last half better than the first half, to be able to say yes to whatever she wants to do. For her, that means staying active outdoors because it brings her so much joy. She and her husband just came back from a trip in Switzerland where they hiked and walked about an average of 6.5 miles every single day. She also wants to be the grandma who plays with the grandkids and not the one who can only sit and watch them play. Next, we have Natalie. Natalie is actually my sister-in-law. She has been hooked on whole foods, natural living, and an active lifestyle since my teens. And I will say that Natalie introduced me to a lot of the things that I do now when I met her brother, my now husband, 30 years ago, believe it or not. So through that time, her interest has changed as she's learned more and makes better choices. About 10 years ago, Young Living came into her life. For her, that meant cleaner products, even better supplements, and the oils. Oh, the oils. And I quote, she loves having these amazing gems from nature at her fingertips. Oils to help her relax and sleep, oils to soothe her muscles after workout or a strain, oils to support her digestion. So of course she sent a diffuser and oils to her daughter who was in college at the time and got her father started on Ningxia Red every day. Now, he lived to be 96 and a half years old and was sharp till the day he died. And now there are 3 generations of her family using essential oils and drinking Ningxia Red every morning. Embracing wellness in this way helps her to stay vibrant and active. Whether it's walking, running, paddling, hiking in the woods, playing with the grandkids, she wants to do everything she can to be active for decades to come. Amen. Am I right? Now there's me. Wellness has been in my life since I was 15 years old. I've always been on the search for how to take better care of myself, to have more energy, more focus, more vibrancy, which is why I was so frustrated with my 10 or 15, maybe even 20 pounds of COVID weight gain that I just couldn't lose. I was so annoyed, and if I'm being truly honest, I was ashamed that I couldn't seem to lose the weight. I'm a wellness professional. Shouldn't I be able to do this? I was supposed to know how to do it. But then I learned the concepts that we're going to share tonight, and that's what finally made the difference for me. Now, all 3 of us have had struggles in different areas as we aged, but getting older does not have to mean being sidelined or giving up. We have each been active for the first half of our lives and want to continue even with the challenges that came in the second half. We all have challenges in one area or another. What used to work in our younger years just isn't working anymore. Now, before we get into many more details, I do need to share this disclaimer. Our event is merely for educational purposes. Any claims made are based purely on personal experience of the author, the 3 of us sharing our stories. Please also consult with your physician if you have questions about your own health. All of the issues we've experienced can have a multitude of causes, so please seek medical advice. Now, let's get into this. Am I right? So let me ask you this. Do you feel like maybe you're adding extra volume, shall we say, around your middle, having trouble with brain fog, feel tired when you wake up in the AM, even if you've slept all night, which we're lucky if we do that, right? Maybe you feel stiff in your joints, have trouble sleeping, can't fully de-stress even on the weekends. Maybe your digestion isn't what it once was, whether it's going in or coming out. Can you relate to any of these? So we said that the rules change when we reach a certain age. These issues I just mentioned are super common, and they become more common as we get older. But there is much that we can do. As we age, we need to shift our wellness attention to reducing inflammation. Symptoms of inflammation are everything I just mentioned, right? Not only do these symptoms reflect issues with inflammation, there's much within our control that we can do to improve them. So that's what we will be exploring with you tonight. Now, that's what we work on in our 14-day wellness reset called Simply Clean. Now, we're going to be referring to that all throughout this masterclass, and I will share more on that at the end. But just know that this helps you reduce inflammation. Okay, so for now, let's talk more about what is inflammation and what it is that you can do. Now, inflammation is really just a reaction from your immune system. And there are two kinds: acute or chronic or systemic. Systematic. Here we go. So, acute inflammation helps heal trauma. So, think a cut, a bruise, a sprain, a broken arm. That truly helps our body in the injured area. Acute inflammation is a healthy immune response from the body. Then there's chronic or systemic, which is low-level inflammation that lingers in the body. And that is a whole different story. It is the low-level inflammation that lingers in the body due to the immune system going a bit haywire, essentially working overtime. Chronic inflammation is implicated in so many ailments: brain fog, low energy, arthritis, stiff joints, depression, weight gain, digestion woes, and more. And it makes everything else worse. No matter what you're challenged with, trust me, chronic systemic inflammation makes it worse. If you have joint pain, inflammation makes it worse. If you have weight gain, inflammation makes it worse. Especially makes it harder to lose. If you have GI issues, inflammation makes it worse. Do you see where I'm going? I'll stop on going through the whole list. But it makes you realize that reducing inflammation paves the way to feel better everywhere in our body. So, what can you do about it? Well, here's where it gets really exciting, because 4 of the biggest sources of chronic inflammation are things we have control of. These are things that we can change. And it is our experience that when we do just begin to change them, just start within a few days, you can start to feel different, start to feel better really fast. So that's what we're going to be looking at, because we want to help you make a difference. We want to help you feel better. So there are 4 main causes of inflammation that we can change: toxins, our diet, stress, and sleep. So what I want to do is go through each of them individually and give you some ideas for how to help yourself so you can start today. So let's first talk about toxins. Many people automatically think of smog and pesticides when they hear about a toxic environment, but the products in our homes can make the air quality inside worse than the air quality outside. And we have products we put right on our skin that are filled with dangerous ingredients. The toxins we're referring to are harsh, toxic chemicals found in our everyday life. We find them in our foods, our water, our air, even new clothing. That new car smell? Outgassing, that's toxic. Not good. And they're found in our everyday products such as household cleaners, personal care products like lotion, deodorant, shampoos, perfume, soap. You get the idea. Those are the items we have more control over, what we allow to come into our home. The news is particularly alarming when you're in the US because there are significantly fewer protections placed here. Just for an example, the EU bans 1,328 chemicals that are known or suspected to cause cancer, genetic mutations, reproduction, harm, or defects. So they ban the use of these chemicals in any products in the EU. Now, in comparison, the US has only banned and restricted 11 chemicals. Plus, manufacturers in the US can hide up to 300 chemicals under the term fragrance or natural flavoring. The government's way of protecting their trade secrets, the company's trade secrets. But many of these chemicals are harsh and toxic, and they don't have to report them on the ingredients list. Add to that the longer we're exposed to these toxins, the more the body has to store them because the immune system can't clear all of them. It's called bioaccumulation. And it's stored in our fatty tissues, and that only increases inflammation. So you probably realize right now that reducing your exposure to these toxins is a good idea, and we totally agree. Now, there is one more thing you need to be aware of, and that's greenwashing. In the US, there's very little regulation around labeling products as environmentally friendly or green. So they often use a label even if their products aren't safe because they know consumers will pay more for these products. It's called greenwashing. In other words, we can't necessarily trust labels. Lovely. Am I right? Here's where the power of choice comes in. Let's get educated so you can make better decisions. Learning what you can do is half the battle. That's maybe a fourth of the battle. Actually, making the changes is the next three-fourths, right? So let's look at the top products that you want to change out. So there are 3 areas of your home you want to really focus on as far as cleaning out the toxins. This is a good place to begin. The first one is your laundry room. Now, your laundry room is probably the most toxic room in your home, even above the garage. Getting rid of dryer sheets, getting a clean laundry soap is crucial. You know that aroma you have on your clothing after you wash them? That's toxins that are staying in your clothes, so you're wearing them on your skin. Your skin absorbs whatever is put on it. In fact, whatever is put on your skin can be in your blood cells is in as few as 22 minutes. Think about that. Now, the next thing is household cleaners. Just read your bottles. If there's a warning, it's poison. Think about that. That's what that means. And the issue with air fresheners and candles are a bit legendary right now. You can just do a Google search. It just makes sense to get rid of them when there's a much better alternative. And this is where Young Living, our brand partner, comes in, because not only are their products free of harsh toxic chemicals, they're infused with essential oils, which means they're not only safer, they're actually beneficial. So the aroma coming from your diffuser is actually supporting you, maybe mentally, emotionally, energetically, versus that air freshener that was actually harming your lungs. So while we won't be talking about the benefits of essential oils today in this event, we will share that there are many reasons to add them into your life, including to support your body's healthy wellness journey. Now, we have other sources to help you learn more about toxins and essential oils, and we'll share them with you if you want. Just ask us or check our website. We've got lots of the resources there. But this is where Young Living comes in quite handy. It is a one-stop shop for all the things free from harsh toxic chemicals. Okay, now let's look at number 2. That's your diet. Now, when I talk about diet, I am referring to the things that you eat. Okay, so there's no special diet, well, maybe an anti-inflammatory diet, but it's just talking about the things you put into your mouth. And there are inflammatory foods and there are anti-inflammatory. So here are the inflammatory foods: sugar, alcohol, processed foods, fried foods, red meat, processed meat. I'm guessing none of these would surprise you, right? We are definitely not saying you cut out everything, right? It's your choice. You get to decide each and every time you sit down to eat. Do you give up these forever and never eat any of these again? I mean, we don't. But when you understand the effects on your body, you get to choose if or how often you want to eat them. We can see them as a treat rather than an everyday food, and that will have a great impact on our health. Now, when you eat these anti-inflammatory foods, you give your body what it needs to fight inflammation. Now, these lists are by far not complete. I just wanted to share some ideas for you, again, so you can get started right away. Now, our recommendation is a product called Ningxia Red from Young Living. It's a goji berry superfruit drink from our brand partner, Young Living, and it helps support the body's natural response to inflammation. And it does a few other things. We drink 2 to 4 ounces every single day. In fact, we have 3 generations of our family who drinks 3 ounces, 2 to 4 ounces every single day. And it helps support our bodies in so many ways. Now, in fact, they finally did some scientific research on this Ningxia Red, and these are just a few of the things they discovered. It significantly increases physical energy levels by 35%. It improves sleep patterns and increased time asleep when used consecutively for 60 days. And I believe it's just 2 ounces a day for 60 days. And the average amount of added sleep was 21 minutes. That adds up, right? It supports a healthy inflammation response. It reduces daily stress by 23% and improves mental well-being. And this effect was amplified in female participants. I just wanted to add that to this slide because, hello, yes, please. Stress is an issue with inflammation. We're going to get to that in a moment. So that's very important. And it also promotes a healthy respiratory function. Now, Ningxia Red is actually the basis. It's the foundation supplement in our Simply Clean, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So let's go to number 3 on our list, and that's stress. So chronic stress is one of the primary contributors to elevated inflammation in the human body. We all need to make an effort to recover and regenerate more effectively so we give ourselves the best chance to avoid any health problems that arise. Stress actually accelerates aging more than time itself. Wrap your head around that one. It uses up vitamins and minerals at a rapid rate, leaving you depleted. It also suppresses the immune system, creates imbalances in the nervous system, and contributes to many diseases. And we get more sensitive to stress when we reach that certain age, which can lead to weight gain, especially around the abdomen, that is particularly hard to lose. You need to have a plan to relax because just relax is not enough. You can't just stop work for the day. You can't just sit in front of the TV. You can't just have a glass of wine or sleep. None of these things actually help your body to relax, to shift from stress into relaxation. Stress turns on the stress response of the sympathetic nervous system. We need to be intentional to turn on our parasympathetic nervous system, which cues our body to rest, relax, and restore. You need to actually stimulate the system with intention. So the myths of relaxation, those, watching TV, having a glass of wine, they just numb your mind. They don't actually relax your body. So we all need to find something that helps us truly relax. Breathing, yoga, vagus nerve stimulation. Your vagus nerve stimulates your relaxation response. You can Google it. There's tons of videos out on YouTube. It's so easy to do. We share some things in Simply Clean to use as well. You need more than your week-long vacation once or twice a year. Essential oils also really help, just to name a few. Again, we actually need to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, not just zone out. Have I mentioned that? And that's something we do in Simply Clean. You set an intention to relax at least once a day so that you can better take care of that nervous system. Finally, let's talk about number 4, and that is sleep. The last aspect of inflammation that's deep within our control, right, is improving your sleep. Poor sleep causes inflammation and also increases stress. If you're sleeping better, your inflammation will be reduced. So hopefully you're starting to also see how all 4 of these things we're talking about are also interrelated. Better sleep can reduce your stress. Toxins can affect your sleep. Your diet can make you feel stressed and keep you from a deep sleep. And add to all of that, sleep is often a struggle, an extra struggle, shall we say, when we reach that certain age. I didn't have any problem with sleep, none, until I reached that certain age. Add to all of that, hormone imbalances, life stresses, and the accumulation of toxins in our bodies takes its toll. But there is much we can do to improve the situation. For sleep, it's not about more hours necessarily, but improved quality. We want to achieve better minutes in deep sleep, more minutes in deep sleep every night, and cycle in and out of our deep sleep a few times, hopefully every night. So here are a few ideas that can help you. Setting up a sleep schedule, that helps your body begin to unwind and get ready for bed. And it becomes Pavlovian, right? You start to go through your routine, you start to relax, you get ready to go to sleep. Getting off technology earlier in the evening because the blue light from our screens stimulates our brain. Not eating before bed. Notice, I find about 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours before I go to sleep, I sleep better. If I stop eating 3 to 4 hours before I go to sleep. If I eat something even 2 hours within going to bed, I don't sleep as well. And also making your bedroom a peaceful sanctuary is just a really lovely thing to do. So let's go through a really quick summary of everything we've talked about. If you have any of these symptoms, and seriously, who doesn't, right? There is a good chance reducing inflammation in your body is going to help. And you're in luck because 4 of the greatest causes of inflammation are well within your control. So now what? We have thrown a lot of information at you. Our health as we age is affected by things we did in our past and our present. Luckily, we know that there are things we can do to make our health better in the future. And you heard in this masterclass, our focus is reducing inflammation. Our goal is to improve our health no matter what our age, and you can improve no matter what your age. And isn't it time for that to be your goal too, if it isn't yet? And maybe you've thought of others in your life who need this goal as well, right? Did you know that 75% of your body is replaced every year? Our bodies are constantly working to repair and replace themselves. Cells in the stomach, nose, mouth, linings are replaced every 3 days. Skin cells every 5 weeks. And we produce over 350 billion cells a day, which means every day, every moment is a new opportunity to improve health. And still have our coffee, wine, chocolate, ice cream, whatever, if we want it, without judgment. By you or by us, it's time to let that crap go, right? And we want to help you. So you are cordially invited to join us for Simply Clean, a 14-day wellness reset. We run them periodically, or we can also set you up to do your own reset anytime. Maybe do it with a few friends. Just let us know and we can hook you up with the resources that you need. But before we go further, you and anyone you've thought of can join our community with a simple purchase of one product from Young Living through our referral link, which we will share with you, or through a purchase from a current community member of the Wellness Place. You don't have to do the wellness reset at all, but it's a great next step. But if you are going to do that Simply Clean, know that our focus is reducing inflammation, just like we've been talking about. For 14 days, we focus on fewer toxins in our home, better diet, calmer nervous system, all the things that we've been talking about. In essence, we're setting you up for healthier habits in general in your life that will continue to benefit you long after the reset is finished. We help you prepare by a step-by-step plan, menu ideas, grocery shopping list, tracking sheets, so much more. You get a whole workbook with this because we want to set you up for success. Plus, you get access to a bevy of educational videos, how to fully relax, creating a bedtime routine, getting rid of toxins in your home, intermittent fasting, so much more. And you get results. Literally everyone who has participated so far and completed at least 7 days has had improvement in their symptoms of inflammation. Here's me. This was after 2. I did 2 resets 2 months right in a row, and I lost weight. I think I lost 7 pounds at that point, but I lost so much bloating. It was amazing. I felt so much better. Here's Carla. She, after 2 weeks, she lost 5.5 pounds, had more energy, and her joints feel so much better. I will definitely keep doing what I'm doing. And Abby had less bloating, which is a big issue of hers. She was having stomach cramps every day after she ate when she got home from their vacation that went away. Now, she admitted to me later that she really only did it for 4 days because they had a party to go to. They had some other things to do. So she didn't even get past 4 days and she felt so much better. And you know what? It's for men too. Men have inflammation as well. Here's Franz. He was feeling good, lost some weight, and saw some changes in his body after 2 weeks. Okay, we have shared enough with you for you to go out on your own. I hope we've given you enough. You've taken notes, things that you can do. But haven't you already? Weren't you here for even more? You have the power to say this is not how your story is going to end. What will change in your life if you take action today? What would change if you gained a powerful, supportive, non-judgmental community? What could happen in the next year for you? Start to imagine. What do you want to be able to say about your life 1 year from today that you cannot say now? Here's the thing. Joining our community is super easy. All it takes is a single purchase from our brand partner, Young Living, through one of our current members, or the referral link we're going to share with you. And after that, you get so many goodies and so much support. You get a personal wellness concierge to help you navigate your own wellness path. You get access to Simply Clean, the signature wellness program we've been talking about. You get access to Oily You, our online educational platform full of dozens of wellness education modules. You get membership to our wellness community for support and inspiration. And you can join us for Simply Clean. So your next step is to go back to the person who invited you to this class and let them know you're ready. If you don't have someone who's a member of our community, use the referral link we give you and we'll connect you with a personal support person within 48 hours. So what should you order? Well, honestly, whatever you want. You can just go to the website through our referral link and order whatever you want. But if you want to join us for Simply Clean, you need to get the Ningxia Red Starter Bundle, and you'll get 30 2-ounce packages. Oh, and you also get 2 bottles. Just realized I don't have that there. 2 bottles of Ningxia Red, 30 packages, and 14 tubes of nitro, which is an incredibly powerful supplement to help you with focus. Now, you'll also want to add whatever product we're adding for the next round. We do different topics for the resets. So if we're focused on energy and focus, you'll get another product for it if you want. These are optional. All you really need is the Ningxia Red and the Nitro to do the reset. But if you want to do your extra focus, you're going to want to get that extra product. So you can check our website or ask us whatever it is that you need. And you could also clean out your home of all its toxins by getting the Thieves Home Loyalty Bundle. This is a fantastic one. It actually includes a lot more than I have there. I just couldn't fit it all. You can see all the stuff that's there. And if you want to save 10%, you want to be sure to add the ShareYL discount code to get it. And be sure you also make your order a loyalty rewards order because you get an extra free gift from Young Living. And if you order next month as well, you'll also get a free diffuser from Young Living. Okay, here is the website if you want to check out more information about Simply Clean. If you know you're in, you can just let us know, place your order, and you're going to use the link we share with you to make it easier. If you have questions, just contact us here or any of the platforms where we hang out, right? Come chat with us and come join us because we cannot wait to welcome you in.